another episode of the Corner of Craft podcast, blah blah blah. I can't remember what episode it is, so 73? 72? I can't remember. Anyway, welcome back. This podcast is sponsored by Skillshare, but I will talk about them in a little bit. I hope you're all well, that you've had a good fortnight. I don't have a whole lot of knitting to talk about. Again, I've got some, and we have a slight tale of woe. Not so much woe as a slight tale of mild annoyance. With a knit that should have been a finished object, but is not. I also have a stash enhancement that I'm very excited about. Yes, but I hope you're well. It's a miserable and rainy day here today. Hi, if you're new, by the way, I forgot how to do everything. This is a knitting and sometimes crochet podcast, and my name is Hannah. I am the business owner of the Corner of Craft. I dye Dungeons and Dragons themed yarn under the umbrella Chromatic Yarns, and I am living in a very rainy Nottingham here in the UK, England specifically. And yeah, I got out and went for a run this morning because I've started Couch to 5k for the second, well, technically third time, but I'm actually going to finish it this time. I finished it the first time, ran once the second time. But yeah, I'm glad I got up and went out before 8 o'clock this morning because it wasn't raining then. And I'd be super annoyed if I had to go out in the rain. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to join in the virtual running, walking, cardio club that I seem to have accidentally started, feel free to join in, hashtag the Corner of Cardio. It's just a way to, you know, inspire each other and motivate each other. Anyway, if you'd like to follow me on social media, please feel free. Links can all be found in the description box below, along with the podcast notes for more information about various knits and things. Please check the podcast notes. Nothing links to Ravelry unless it says. I link to people's either Instagram pages or websites, and yeah, because there's multiple ways to buy patterns, and I know Ravelry isn't safe for everyone, especially with them getting rid of classic mode at the end of the month, stupidly. But yes, before we get into all of that, let's talk about Skillshare. If you have a creative mind and you want to learn new things, then Skillshare is the community for you. It is a learning community with thousands of classes available. These classes cover a wide variety of topics, from things like sewing and crochet and knitting, all the way over to marketing, web design, logo design, video editing. I'll stop doing this hand action now. All of that kind of stuff. There are classes based at every skill level, so whether you want to improve on the skills that you already have or pick up something new, you can filter the classes by difficulty and find the perfect class that's suitable for you. Like I mentioned, there is a load of classes on a variety of knitting techniques, whether you want a project walking you through how to knit a sock, or you're new to colour work and want to try something like that. It's very useful and can help you out. If you watch my studio vlogs or you've been here for a while, sometimes I struggle with productivity. And productivity isn't necessarily about doing more, it's about using your time more efficiently. I spoke about this class, or I spoke about a class by the same person a couple of podcasts ago, but I am now taking Productivity Masterclass by Thomas Frank. I really liked his teaching styles. His first class really helped me out, so I'm enjoying the second class. I clicked on his name, found another one that he did, and I'm very much enjoying it and hoping it helps me be a bit more productive and organised with my time. If you're someone like me who thrives off feedback, there are projects available, and you do the projects, you submit them, and you can get feedback on the project, which is super cool. It's more of a two-way conversation as opposed to a lot of other video tutorials where it's just one way. There are always new classes available, and there are even some live workshops. It works out to about $10 a month if you go for the yearly subscription, which is about £7.50, depending on what's happening with the conversion rates right now. It's a pretty sweet deal. Skillshare have been so generous to offer the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description box below a free trial to Skillshare's premium membership. Ooh, how fancy. Click the link in the description box below or in the top pinned comment to claim your spot. A huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the podcast. The tea I'm drinking today out of my Silver Spot Ceramics mushroom mug. I love this mug. Oh, it matches my lipstick. and kind of the yellow, nice. It is just the English breakfast tea from Bird and Blend. Just fancied it today. I haven't had an English breakfast tea in quite a long time because I tend to only have it when I'm out and about. This tea is too hot. But yeah, I just fancied it today. So we've gone for an English breakfast tea. Yeah. Yum. So shall we talk about the tale of annoyance? Shall we start there? I think we should start there. Yesterday, I cast off my Fluff Nugget cardigan and I was very excited about it. I blocked it overnight and blasted it with a hairdryer this morning. And when I tried it on, it doesn't quite fit right. Now, when I did the Fluff Nugget cardigan is now the official name of this beautiful cardigan. It's a pattern by Becky Sorensen that will be coming out on March 17th, unless you are a patron of hers in one of the tiers, and I believe you have access to it from now, depending how impatient you are. But I really wanted this finished today so I could show it off before the release date. But, tale of annoyance. So, I am knitting this out of yarn that I dyed myself in a Potion of Heroism colorway. 3 strands of mohair dye held together. It's very soft. In the swatch that I knit, I got gauge. I got stitch gauge and row gauge, and everything was fine. When it came to me knitting the button band, I was 20 stitches short, and no, 40 stitches short. Turns out my row gauge had changed somehow, and instead of 18 stitches per X amount, I got 15 stitches, which meant I had fewer stitches to pick up. So I picked up the button band as instructed, but because my stitch gauge was fine and mohair silk maybe doesn't behave the same as the various wool that are out there, it's not as stretchy, it hasn't quite blocked out right. And while the high-low effect is intended, oh, it's still a bit damp, while the high-low effect is intended for the cardigan, it's a bit too high-low in comparison to how it looks on Becky in her version. So we got nice fun puffy sleeves. Ooh, ooh, I love it. And then yeah, it's just very high-low because I think this is just too short. So it's a lovely tubular cast off, and I'd woven in many of the ends. But yeah, I essentially am going to rip out the button band, which is, you know, whatever. Rip out the button band, which is going to take some time to do. I do have enough wool. I'm tempted just to, or yarn I suppose, I'm tempted just to cut it off and then re-pick up. Pick up more stitches around and try again, because yeah, I don't think the mohair silk blend is necessarily the best substitute for the yarn that Becky used. But I'm still going to wear this a lot once I fix it, because it's so soft and so snuggly and so fluffy. I am looking forward to it, but I've just got a slight annoyance with it right now because the button band, and I can't block it out anymore. And so yeah, I just need to sit and unpick this and reknit it, which is fine. I've got the yarn to do it. And I'd rather reknit it and have something that I will wear than say that it's fine and then not really wear it that much, if that makes sense. But it looks very nice and it feels amazing. It's also still slightly damp, like I said, so I should probably take it off and leave it somewhere to dry a bit more. But yeah, this is my slight tale of annoyance. But the pattern is beautiful. If so many people are finishing theirs, if you're a quick knitter, this can knit up in under 2 weeks, that's for sure. It's brioche for the body, it's flat, so you don't have to worry about doing purling, which is fantastic. And it's very meditative. And then the sleeves, you're doing brioche in the round, which I thought would be way harder than it is. And then we got some light balloonage, which I enjoy. I was worried it would be way more balloony than it is, but it's a good level of balloon. And yeah, it's a beautiful pattern, an amazing pattern. It's just, I didn't pick up enough stitches. It's 100% on me, because yeah, I technically didn't get gauged, so it's totally on me. It's just one of those things. And sadly, I'm the kind of person that is very organized and sews my ends in before I block it, so I have to sit and unsew some ends. If you can hear the rain, I have a conservatory, rain on the conservatory roof. It's a little bit loud, but I love this, and I know I'm gonna wear it a lot. I just need to tweak and fix it slightly. But yeah, I believe Becky used a pencil roving, but Nutiden, I believe, Nutiden, and I think they have a shop update soon. Hers looks great. I am really tempted to buy some of the pencil roving and knit myself another one. It's just a really good shape, and it's comfy and wearable. I knit the 3rd size. I did 3 buttonholes, but the first buttonhole's way too high, and yeah, I need to do it again. I just need to unpick it and do it again, and then I will be much happier with it, because I'm worried that I'm not going to wear it if I don't fix it. And the temptation just to throw it in a corner is strong, but I'm not going to throw it in a corner. I'm going to sit and unpick this tubular cast off that I did yesterday. And probably by the time you watch this, this will be completely finished and blocking again. So I'm not too worried about it. I know it will knit back quickly, so it's fine. It's just one of these things happen. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off now. So now we're moving into the lockdown sock down cowl. I have created a Google Docs form, which you can find in the description box below. I'll put it in the podcast notes, and I'll probably also put it in my Instagram bio if I remember. Fill out the Google Docs form in order to enter, and I will be checking your Instagram to make sure that you have used the lockdown sock down cowl hashtag, as that was one of the criteria. Because yeah, Instagram's really annoying, and I thought you could pick a winner from a hashtag. You can no longer do that. You used to be able to do that many a moon ago, but apparently you can do that no longer. So doing it with a Google Docs form is a good alternative, I think. Ooh, good job that the rim of this mug is red, because then you can't see my lipstick on it. Perfect. For those of you who are unaware, the lockdown sock down cowl is a knit along in which you knit socks during lockdown. There's over 500 uses of the hashtag, which is madness. So if you want some sock inspiration, I very much recommend checking out the hashtag lockdown sock down cowl, and find some new sock patterns that you might want to try, be they colour work, be they not colour work, you know, the other forms of socks. And yeah, thank you so much for the positive reception of the pin badges that I came out with. They completely sold out in 24 hours. I was not expecting that. Had I been expecting that, I would have ordered more. But if there's enough interest, I will place another order, but they won't arrive till next month. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. But I will show you the socks that I have briefly kind of been working on. This is kind of a cheat of a cowl, of a whip, I suppose. Living in my exploding TARDIS bag from the lovely Bernadette of Coffee and Craft, who does like a knitting and crime series at the minute. Very much enjoying those, Bernadette, in case you watch this. Yeah, my birthday socks that I cast on in mid-September. I finished the toe of one, they don't have a heel, and I need to cast on the next one. Like I say, it's a cheat. This is Rainbow Cake. This yarn is Rainbow Cake. It is by the beautiful Liz of the Yarn Badger, and I saw it and just had to have it. Now spring is coming, I might be more inclined to knit it again. It's one that I had to cake up by hand because my ball winder had broken, and yeah, so yeah, for the contrast toe, I am using Chromatic Yarns on my merino sock base, and it's all exploding everywhere, in the Sugar Plum Fay colourway. And yeah, it's just a really pretty, I suppose I should show you on the actual stripe. Really pretty stripy pastel, like a rainbow cake really, and it came with this cute little rainbow cake stitch progress keeper as well. That is marking where my heel is going. I have changed the finding on it to be one that I personally prefer, but because it's been on a sock for a while and out of my little notions pouch, it has tarnished, which is very sad. I need to remember to keep things in a notions pouch. And yeah, I'm just ready to cast on sock 2 and get going with that tube. So I'm using 2.25mm needles, 64 stitches. I did 15 rounds of 2x2 rib and then just knit down until, yeah, I'm ready to do the toe. I am going to do Kirby Werby's Afterthought heel. That I think is going to go here. I will probably remeasure a couple of times because I'm always worried that it's not going to fit. And yeah, but I'll worry about that when I've knit the other sock. So living in my tea project bag with my Caduceus clay pin from this secret cat shop on it. The bag is from Down Sheepy Lane, and these are my enamel pins. We've got this one that says let's go make a cup of tea, and this one which is lockdown sock down. Thought it appropriate to have on my tea project bag because it's my sock project bag, so lockdown sock down, and works out. These are Mario's birthday socks. It was Mario's 30th birthday on Thursday, and so yeah, these were meant to be gifted to him. This is the first sock, so they were not gifted to him. Apologise. It's alright. Yeah, so he said these are pink, so they're definitely red, but personal opinion. These are knit out of Chromatic Yarns merino sock on my Moloch base. 72 stitches, 2.5mm needles, I believe 15 rows of 2x2 rib, and then I 3x1 knit 3 purl 1 on the sock. I have a contrast in just a mini skein scrap that I threw in to soak up the last of the dye. Quite a nice dark brown colour really, for the heel, and will also be the toe because it's a bit more hard wearing, as this is my sturdy sock base, which is BFL in nylon. It's a bit sturdier than the merino. And yeah, I just need to finish these, and now he knows of their existence, I can knit them in front of him, because before I couldn't knit them in front of him, but now I can. So I'm still going, I'm still going. The needles that I like to use are higher sharps, for those of you who are interested. And I have, yeah. Somebody asked why why I don't like to use a do 2 at a time. And there's no reason behind it. I just never think to do it and just do 1 at a time. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've been knitting. It's really not much. It's not bad. Although saying that, the Fluff Nugget was a relative amount of knitting that I now have to undo, so it doesn't matter. We won't talk about the Fluff Nugget right this second. Oh, but it's so pretty and so soft. I want to. I'm so annoyed at myself because I should have worked out that that is what would happen, because it's logical. It's my own fault. Anyway, shall we talk about acquisitions? I got this beautiful skein. I bought it from Dusty Dimples, and she posted it on Instagram, and I was like, well, I need to buy that now. It's inspired by the carts in Pakistan, and I don't know how to pronounce this word, so I apologise if I butcher it. Please feel free to correct me in the comments. Magror Shehzadi? I guess I could Google it really, couldn't I? I'll do that. Let's find out how it's pronounced. I did some Googling and nothing really came up, so it's kind of annoying. But Magror Shehzadi, once again, please correct me if I'm wrong, translates to Proud Princess. She does actually have some in stock, because I just went on her website. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Oh, so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And this is inspired by Pakistani truck art, which I thought was super cool. So it's a really lovely turquoisey blue color, and then it's got these gorgeous vibrant speckles of loveliness all over it. Ugh, yes, so summery, so beautiful. This is on her dusty sock base. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams, and I'm not sure what it's going to become. I don't want it to just be socks, although there's nothing wrong with that. I just have a lot of socks. I really want to knit like some form of color work jumper at some point with maybe a dark body, and then this be the contrast, because I think that would be really cool. I'm just worried about like the dark bluey purpley bits and whether they would contrast enough or if it would just merge. But yeah, I mean, another option is always a magpie tendency. They're always good. But I just couldn't resist this yarn. It's so gorgeous. I don't think I would want it as a full jumper, because I was just thinking, it just sprung to mind, there's more skeins left. I could always get more and knit a full jumper, but I don't know. I'll have a think about it. I have some time before this podcast comes out and you all go buy it. So it's got some really lovely chartreuse green colours, some lovely pinks and corals. Oh yeah, treat yourself if you want to. Dusty Dimples, lovely, lovely yarn. It's very soft, I like it. Anyway, I think that's actually everything that I have to talk about today. I have dyed up the club colorways. They will be already out to you by the time this goes live. I have a shop update coming up on the 27th of March, and I also have, I don't know if I want to do advents this month or next month. I'll talk to you about them in the next podcast. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some yarn dyed this week for a shop update. And yeah, I've barely had a sip of my tea, so I feel like I've been very efficient this podcast. It's because I know Mary is going to come back from feeding the mother yeast any second, and I want to be done with this by the time he gets back. And because I'm in the kitchen instead of in my whole office space that I have. I need to tidy it up so much. Anyway, I need to create like a podcasting corner so it's always set up or something. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. Sorry I don't have more to talk about. Feels a bit weird that I don't. We've not really been up to much. I've been doing Couch to 5K, like I said. I've just started week 2. By the time you watch this, hopefully I would have finished week 2. The corner of cardio is a thing, so I'd love it if you were to join me. I just feel like my fitness slipped quite a lot in the past year. I'm forgiven. I'm not annoyed at myself about it. Hello, pandemic. But yeah, I just kind of want to get back to the fitness level I was at in 2019 when I just finished Couch to 5K and I was doing exercise classes and I was going to the gym and I just felt really good, and then I stopped going because the wedding happened, and then I just stopped because the weather was crap because it was winter. Hopefully I won't stop this time. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying getting out more. On Saturday I went out for a nice long walk, started my morning like that. So hopefully if the weather is nice at some point, I will start going out in the mornings more. Not just for running, but on the days when I'm not running, because I'm not going every day, that's madness, but just going for a walk or something. Just to get outside, listening to the Critical Role podcast. Started campaign 2 from near the beginning. I started from episode 4, so the first few episodes kind of annoyed me slightly because I found the storyline a little bit boring, but then it picks up and now I'm into it. So yeah, I listen to them whilst, because I find if I'm listening to a podcast or it's essentially a story, it's Critical Role, then I'm not paying attention to the fact that I'm running. I'm engaged in what's happening in my ears as opposed to the fact that I'm running, and yeah, I kind of trick my brain into forgetting about the fact that I'm running. Anyway, yeah, we've honestly not been up to much. We had a nice day for Mario's birthday. I bought him a Lego blacksmith set, so we've been working our way through that. There are 14 bags of things to build. Yeah, we spent about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours on it on his birthday, and we got through 4 bags. So it's going to take us a long time. It's aged 18 plus because of the difficulty, not for any other reason. Get your mind out the gutter. But yeah, that's it really. Lockdown's still happening, so we're just working. That's it. That's all we're doing. Working, knitting. Yesterday and today, Mary's been playing Planet Coaster, which is fun. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon or Theme Park World, kind of akin to that. It's on, whatever it's called, Xbox Plus. It's not what it's called at all. I can't remember what it's called. Hi. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Anyway, I'm gonna go before I embarrass myself any further. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. Let me know what you've been knitting, crocheting, whatevering. Have you ever had a mild disaster? Not even a disaster, slight annoyance with something that you were excited to finish, that you've had to then frog and reknit? Have you bought anything new lately? Do you also hope to get some of this? I hope so. It's beautiful. There are also other colorways in the collection, the Truck Art collection, which are also stunning. Yeah, what have you been up to? Let me know. I know that not everyone's in lockdown everywhere, so have you been up to actually anything? I'm nosy. The podcasty check-in. We love to see it. If you'd like to follow me on social media, please feel free. Links can all be found in the description box below, like I said at the beginning of the podcast. Also in the description box below is a link to the podcast notes, as well as the link to the free trial of the Skillshare premium membership. So yeah, feel free to sign up and claim your spot. That would be great. And yeah, subscribe if you want. I post a podcast like this every other week, and I'm also posting studio vlogs 3 times. Well, I'm uploading 3 times a week. You get a podcast like this every other week, and the other ones are studio vlogs, which is just me basically vlogging my day-to-day life. So if you would like to come along for the ride, that would be great. Join the party that is the Corner of Craft. It's essentially a tea party. We drink a lot of tea. That was so dramatic. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in Monday's video. Bye.